What is up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about some of my opinions about the wrestling business and some of the changes I think that need to be made. This evening we're going to talk about SummerSlam and how that went and how it could have been better, and some of the really bad parts about it. One of the first bad parts about it that comes to mind is the Jinder Mahal title match, where once again he finds a way to not win the match because of his talent, and honestly he doesn't have a whole lot of fucking talent, so this is typical for Jinder Mahal to go this route, as we've seen a number of times throughout his title reign, which I'm sure a lot of you are hoping it will end soon, and I'm one of those people also. But anyways, to get into the match a little bit, the match had not too many variations from a typical Jinder Mahal match, but once again he finds a way to cheapen his victory because he had to have outside interference. Now granted, they didn't technically do anything, but the fact that they were there is enough interference for me to where I don't believe Jinder Mahal has an ounce of actual talent to succeed on his own ever, and I hope and I pray that the title gets taken off of him soon, because the longer he has it, the worse. The longer he has it, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the longer he has it, the more it cheapens the title. So he needs to get taken care of by somebody. And once again, Road Dogg and or Kevin Dunn found a way to fucking really drop the ball when it comes to this match. It could have been a lot better, not only because of the outcome, but the match quality wasn't even remotely worth the time it takes to view it. So I don't know where the title goes from here, but I just hope and pray that he ends up losing to someone. And at this point, it doesn't matter to me who he loses to, but he really needs to not have the title. And someone needs to kick his ass and kick Road Dogg's ass, because it's not only Jinder's fault, it's the fault of the SmackDown creative team, specifically Road Dogg and Kevin Dunn, Kevin James. But anyways, Jinder Mahal is like one of the worst champions I've ever seen. Moving on to a much better match. I really enjoyed the main event of SmackDown. I thought Braun Strowman was very dominant, and honestly, he probably should have won the match, considering how dominant he was with his multiple high-impact moves towards Brock Lesnar. He put him through 2 tables and dumped a third one on him, taking him out of the match for a little while. But Brock did return to defend his title, basically breaking up a few pinfalls and giving an F5 to Roman Reigns, which, like many other fans, I believe Roman Reigns deserves what he gets, because he doesn't, much like Jinder Mahal, I don't feel like he brings a whole lot to the wrestling business. So, I think, um, Brock Lesnar was the right person to win the match, but at the same time, because of his performance, I wouldn't have had a problem with giving it to Braun Strowman. The match was excellent. The one thing that I found really unfortunate was the fact that Samoa Joe only had one or two spots in the entire match where he was featured and almost had a chance to win the match, and he should have won the match also. But again, I don't have a problem with Brock Lesnar winning it, but honestly, I feel like it could have gone Braun Strowman's way or Samoa Joe's way. I don't feel like Roman ever legitimately had a chance to win the title because, for whatever reason, in a lot of his matches, he doesn't vary it up. He's predictable, much like John Cena is. Predictable, where they don't vary their movesets up a lot. And speaking of John Cena, I also want to mention the fact that I thought that match was very sloppy and predictable. There was literally no excitement in the crowd to kick off the pay-per-view, which, when you have to kick off the pay-per-view, the one thing you should do is bring excitement to your match, to fully get the crowd engaged, and I feel like that just didn't happen with Baron Corbin and John Cena. Baron was very sloppy. He even missed a couple spots. I did happen to see when he attempted the chokeslam backbreaker, he lost control of Cena on the way up, and on the way down, because he lost control, it made the move look that much more sloppy. So I feel like Baron Corbin could have done a whole lot better for himself, and I really don't see him going anywhere soon in WWE because his performances are getting better, but there is so much more potential that he could bring out in his matches that he just doesn't bother to. It seems like he's very still very stiff, and some would say he's still very green when it comes to his in-ring performances. His mic work is getting a little bit better, but he has potential, but based on some of the decisions that WWE and WWE Creative have made, I really don't see him going much further. I really don't see him changing his position as far as another title shot, and also I did happen to hear that WWE isn't happy with some of his comments that he's made on social media. So if that is the case, and if they're not happy, whatever he gets, he brought on himself because of his conduct on social media. So, but like I said, I don't see him going anywhere. I don't see him getting another title run or another chance to go anywhere within the WWE, because, as we all know, he unsuccessfully tried to cash in his Money in the Bank, which was also very sloppy. And he's the only wrestler I know can get rolled up by pretty much anybody, and even though the roll-ups look like they could be countered, he manages not to counter them. Now, whether that's on him or the backstage decisions that WWE's made, I don't know, but I don't see him doing much of anything, and he will unfortunately probably fall in the same category as Damien Sandow, as having a load of potential, but never really living up to his potential due to his decisions that he makes outside of the ring, and thus he doesn't make the business any better with any of his actions that he does under the banner of WWE. So I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. But I do have to say that I did enjoy the Raw Women's Title match. That was a very, very well executed match by both individuals. I did find the finish to be a little bit suspicious, and it seemed like it was a little bit rushed, and it wasn't really a convincing finish. I mean, yeah, she did tap out to a submission move, the bank statement to be specific, but the ending felt rushed, and it wasn't really that convincing to me. So there is one other match that I want to mention, and that is the Raw Tag Team title match. I found it to be the most entertaining match of the evening. It was two teams that are very, even though they haven't worked together a whole lot, they seem like they go together well, and the match really flowed well. So I see that feud maybe going one or two more pay-per-view having one or two more pay-per-view matches in the feud, and those two teams seem like they could really enhance the Raw Tag Team division, which sadly right now is very thin due to the injuries to the Revival. Dawson just broke his jaw. I'm getting it wrong. I'm not sure what the injury is, but it's unfortunate that the injury happened, because I really feel like that could have been a semi-lengthy feud between the Hardys and the Revival, and I'm sure that they would have had at least a couple good matches, but we won't know for a little while because of the Revival being injured now. So, and like I said, the Raw Tag Team division is extremely thin right now, and I feel like having Rollins and Ambrose together again is the best way to go as far as the tag team division is concerned. Of course, one of the players in the Raw Tag Team division is another one of the players is the Hardy Boys. So, and I see them having, I'm not sure who they're going to feud with next, but like it or not, they're still a very good team. I know there's people that don't like them because they consider them a nostalgic act, and they don't like them because they've seen it all before from the Hardys. But I really think they have a lot more they can do, and like I said, based on the fact that the Raw Tag Team division is decimated pretty much right now. So I feel like the Hardys and the Rollins and Ambrose could have a decent run, whether that means a couple title defenses from Rollins and Ambrose. Time will tell, but I really feel like they have the potential to be a good pairing and provide some really good matches moving forward for the Raw Tag Team division. And also, the one really extremely bad match that I thought there was at SummerSlam was the SmackDown Women's title match. I felt that the match could have been a lot better, and I did notice that the crowd seemed very disinterested in it. There was no huge spots that gave you any memorable moments, so I don't believe that Natalya will have a long run with the title, because she doesn't have her ring work is good, but she's not really a crowd favorite unless you're a fan of extremely well executed technical wrestling. I don't feel like she's a fan favorite, and I don't see her having a lengthy title reign. So, and like I said, the match was very boring and very basic. There was no oh my god moments or holy shit moments. The match could have been so much better given the talent of the two competitors, but I feel like they were limited in what they actually did. They could have done a lot more. Now, I don't know if that's because of what they were told by the creative team, but whatever they were told by the creative team, I don't feel like they pulled it off very well, and it could have been a lot better. This has been the best seat in the house. Please leave a comment down below and give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. And you can look forward to a lot more honest, unfiltered opinions about wrestling if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.